Hello from Romania, from your favorite artist electronics. I actually made a purchase on AliExpress, and for cathode CC, cathode common cathode 7 segments display LEDs. The ones that I'm having are common anode, so pretty much you put positive and as the common pin, and let me show them to you if I find them quickly enough, and I don't. Yeah, here it is. So these guys here, they are common anode, which it means one the middle pin here, the middle, you connect them to positive, and on all the other pins they have, you command the LED when to open, when to stay off. Actually, when to open, when to stay on, by feeding it a negative pulse, which is a very bad choice I did. I didn't think of it. So these are common anode with a common positive, and you feed negative pulses to it. I didn't think of it when I bought them. And what you will need is CC, common cathode. It means the middle pin will be connected to negative, and all the other pins will get positive impulse on them. And because I have those common anodes, I want to make one common cathode. And here is my plan right now to make a common cathode 7-segment display LED. These are the LEDs that I'm using here in this plastic mold that I did here. They are tiny. Let me compare it with my finger here. Do you see? They're absolutely tiny. And you can see there are some metallic pads on them. And those metallic pads are extremely sensitive to heat. If they are overheating, they are melting the plastic of the LED, and the LED gets destroyed. They are extremely, I cannot stress enough how very sensitive to heat they are, those pads. I have to be extra mega careful when I will solder the wires on this LEDs, specific these LEDs, because they are special batch of LEDs. The normal LEDs that I'm having, actually I can show you everything that I have here. So these are special guys that I hate, and I want to get rid of them. But they are very bright, very good actually. If you manage to solder them, they are very good. And these are the classic ones. With ears, with 2 ears on each side. They are way more better constructed. They resist better to heat, and they are not so fragile like that batch that I'm trying to get rid of them. And this batch that is what I'm saying. And also they don't have ears. They only have the pads on the back of the LED. It's very, very tricky to solder them, and I really don't like them. And these are 1206 LEDs. These are the blue ones. And here, what you are seeing here, they are way more bigger. And is this batch here, 5730 LEDs, white, cold white. These are. And I have another model here, 3528. You see how they are looking, and for comparison, how small they are and how big they are. These ones. And I was very smart to get this because now. It's easier to solder on their back. The only problem that I don't like on them is that they have these pads on the back and not like small ears like usually the good ones they had. But it's okay, I guess. We will see. Hey, come on, go like that. So yeah, everything moved here, but doesn't matter. I only wanted to show you. This will be with the bigger LEDs that I'm having here. They are also working on 5 volts. And they are super bright, very good. And this is an alternative if this if I will fuck it up with this LEDs, very, very sensitive to heat. But after I will, if I will manage to solder them correctly, I will call myself very, very lucky, extremely lucky. This is the idea. So the longer, this is the back of the let me actually. This is on the back right now. This is their back. Come on. This module back, and it is the letter 8 there. This is the front, which you cannot understand shit, but when they will bright up, I pour plastic, and it's very thin. You see how thin it is as thin as the LED is with it, the width of the LED. And I pour some plastic all around and encase them in a like this, and it's quite okay. And so far, nothing burnt out. I can probably test to show you, but I will not. You should believe me, they are working right now. All of them. I didn't fuck up anything. I only managed to destroy one when I put my soldering iron into it. I don't know how I managed to fuck it up, but I did manage to destroy only one while I was building this module, this 7-segment module here. And this will be the so this long pad here. It designates the negative, and a very small one like a dot. You cannot even see it here. Is this one? See the bottom LED? This is the bottom LED here. This is the positive pad, and this longer one here is the negative. And the same for everything else. Here in the middle, the same. The longer one here is the negative, and this small square is the positive. Also here, positive there, and the longer one here is the negative, and so on. You get it. And it's exactly as in my diagram here. And I was thinking how to link everything. And here are the wires, one wire crossing everything, all these 3, and then these 2 together, and somehow link them to some pads. I was thinking, and then to negative, and then here to drag the positive to all these pads. And I didn't draw the wiring, but that's the idea. And I was thinking, how the hell do I? This is the next big challenge. This was challenging enough, how to encase all those LEDs in a single plastic mold. It was a bit challenging, but I managed it so far. I was thinking to make it on cardboard here originally. That's why you see the place of each LED here. I already marked it, but I cannot wire it at all. And because it's very, very sensitive on heat, that is extra mega challenge on soldering the wire to the pad of the chip and not destroy the chip. And what I'm thinking, I was talking with my friend from England, from UK, and he told me to use flux and to use another another LED for testing, and to use some flux and solder it. And my idea is like this: how to actually make it. Let me see if I can. Now here I can do it here. Let me open a little bit of light. So if this is the chip like this, here is the negative pad, here is the positive pad. I'll put a blob of solder here, and then the wire I will stick it up. So I will not bend it into shape, but I will leave it staying up like that. And here I will also drop melted solder like that, and then stick up another wire, staying literally up like this, like staying, like staying up like this. And after I will have them sticking up like this, I will make all those connections and pour another layer of plastic, isolating everything. And I hope I will not burn them, because that's the only fragile, extremely fragile. I cannot stress enough how fragile they are. That's why I call them very shitty LEDs, because of the soldering problem that I'm having with them. After that, they are very, very good. I really like the blue coming out from. They are extremely good quality of the light. The blue light is very nice. I really like the light that is coming from them. But the soldering is extremely difficult, and very, very difficult. And I'm planning to make it very, very quickly. This dropping like very quickly, and hopefully it will stick and blob of solder, keeping adhere to the pad, to the metallic pad, and also to stick the wire in it. And when I'm dragging the wire, not to get off from that pad, not to desolder from its adherence that is having there. If it's having any adherence, if I'm moving too quickly, probably it will not. That's what I'm very, very afraid of. If I'm moving too quickly or if I'm moving too slow and putting too much heat on the pad, it will burn the LED. If I'm doing it too quickly, it will not have time to make the adherence. And that's the biggest problem that I'm having right now with this pad. With this component that I'm building right now, because I am building a component right now. But if I will get at that stage when I will have all the wires up connected to all the pads, and I will get light from everything, I will test them again. And if I will get a light from each LED, it's a very good sign that everything got welded fine, good, nothing burned. And let's pray together, hallelujah, to be a good thing in the end. But if this will shit itself and it will not work and something will get burned, because I do expect to get burned, probably I will use this. I will make another mold for this bigger LEDs here. It will be a bigger display, but an even brighter display than this. The only downside that I don't like is it is bigger. That's it. But other than this, it's a secondary. It's an alternative to what I'm having here. But it will be very depressing if I will burn something. Very, very depressing. I hope not. But we will see. This is it. This is the plan. And if I'm making it common cathode, I didn't mention this in the beginning. If I'm making it common cathode with a common on the negative here, and each positive pin will. Each pad will receive a positive impulse directly. This will be done directly from the chip itself. So the chip, the 4033 chip. So the 40. Let me draw it here. So the 4033 chip. Its output pins there, and this 7-segment display here, like this, will be linked directly to the pins of the integrated circuit, and the integrated circuit will get the plus there and the minus here. Also, this guy will get the minus here, common, and that's it. The pulse generator here on the pin of the 4033 chip, and let me actually draw a pulse like this, and that's it. This is all the circuit without that NOT gate ULN 2003 in between. That will not be needed. I actually buy a couple of common cathode components, but they are on their way. But until they will come, they will arrive here. I'm very curious. First of all, if I can build one component like this with 7 LEDs functional, not burned out, and also how it will work like this, in the circuit. It will be interesting. See you later, I suppose, and hopefully I will not fuck it up. All right. Another detail here. You see these needles. I have one needle there and one needle there. Also 1 kilo here on the clip of the alligator. These are for how I'm testing the LEDs with a needle inside the clip to actually touch the pad correctly and not to. I cannot do it right now because I only have 2 hands, and with one hand I'm keeping the phone, and I have to maneuver there with 2 hands as well to actually show you that everything is working. But trust me, so far nothing is fucked up. Everything is working fine. I really hope it will get done. I really hope it will get done and it will work in the end. We'll see. Experience with time. Thank you very much. This is it, and see you on the other side, I hope. All right, time for testing. But before everything, let me show you a little bit. I made first a test here with this LED. Actually, one, I burned it completely. I melted it. I'm not sure what I did there. I didn't learn the mistake that I did. But this one came out okay. And this is how I'm testing it. I'm keeping it at 5 volts there, exactly 5 volts. Okay, and here I have the wires with 1 kilo here on the positive side. I'm not sure which, probably this one. And I'm seeing, yeah, you see how it's lighting up. The sign. This is a sign that is the contacts are made are solid there. So even if it's trembling like that, is because I'm not making good contact there. And unbelievable, really, really unbelievable. I was so sure I will fuck it up. I will fuck up at least one pad there, and nothing actually got fucked up. What I did encounter, this plastic is melting very like exactly like wax. Is this type of plastic? It's called PP, polypropylene. Is this type of plastic, and it is exactly like wax. When it's extremely thin layer is exactly like a wax, and it is also melting like wax. Very fluid, extremely fluid, almost like water, almost a little bit more viscous than water. This PP polypropylene plastic. And this it get on the pad a little bit. On one single pad I had a problem because of this plastic pouring there, and I scratched it with my knife because it was very thin layer. I also resoldered a couple of times, one single pad a couple of times I resoldered it, and I was so sure I will fuck it up. And lucky me, this was very, very lucky. If you want to learn how to solder, you should solder with this motherfuckers LEDs, LEDs pads, because you will fuck them up very, very quickly. This is how small it is, and these are the pads. I hope you can see anything. Let me actually go here and actually center. Yeah, you see how small, and this little one here is the positive and the longer one is the negative. That's what I have to deal with. And on the other side, here is the other side, and the metal is crossing the LED. Is one piece of metal for the negative and one piece of metal for the positive, and the positive is so sensitive, the plastic around it will melt like no business if you keep the iron too much on it. And let me give you the test, because I did test everything. I don't know which is minus, which is plus. I might have to try multiple times until I will get it work. Unfortunately, right now I don't really know which is plus, which is minus. I have two wires straight in the middle here. It's looking like an integrated circuit right now with all these wires, exactly like an IC or like a bug. I have wires here right in the middle because I have the middle LED here. And let's see, which one are you? Yeah, this one. Okay. I will put them like this, like that. And this is from this. Okay. I hope it will not short anything there. And I've tested everyone. After I soldered it, I tested and it worked. That's why I'm saying I am lucky, a little bit lucky. And you will see a flash of blue. And if it's flashing blue, that means the connections are made, are good. And yep, you see, there it is. One. Like I said, I don't know the polarity yet. Yep, that's good. Let's see another one. Yeah, smack in the middle, that one. And these two wires are for this one here in the bottom. Also the wires are not actually properly desoldered here in the bottom when I'm touching right now. And it's fucking with me right now, but it worked. It totally worked. Anyway, I'll see what's this is the other one and the other one. And I'm not sure about this guy here. Probably I'm not touching the. This should be like this. Actually, I can see here is the positive here. Come on, bastard. Anyway, it worked before, but now it doesn't want to work. Probably it's a. All right. Huh? No, nothing. Motherfucker. Yeah, but pretty much I kind of make it work, and I will see what's the problem with that one there, and I will continue it. And now another big problem is how to connect everything. That's another problem to resolve. But this was the biggest problem. What I had here to solder all these pads with all these wires, it was the biggest challenge. And I use this transistor here. This is a MOSFET actually that it burned out. And I used its plastic cover here to put some flux. Actually, the flux did some good job. Sometimes the ball, a little ball of solder, just was skiing, was staying on the flux, but not making contact with the pad beneath it. And I had to. It was running away all the time on the surface of the flux, and I had some problems on a couple of them, but not all. Some were actually helping to dissipate, to make the solder link very, very quickly. It was 50-50, problematic 50%. But in the end, it's good. It's good enough. All right, I managed to make all the connections. To make a common ground and actually put a pin here. It was hell. I'm telling you, I will never make such thing again. It's so hard. It's so fucking hard. And this is how it's looking from its front side. This is the front side. I'm still having a kilo here. I'm not sure if it's looking good. Yeah, I hope it is. I'm not looking at the camera right now. I hope it's. So here is 1, here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the middle one, the wire came off, but I will put it back. But so far, so far so good. But it was crazy hard. Crazy hard, very, very slow. It took me 1 day to make it until this point, until right now, as you see it right now. And I'm telling you, it's not worth it. The work is not worth it. It's too much pain. I will consider. I don't recommend anyone to make it like I'm making it here. But I'm considering making it a bit more bigger than this with those bigger SMDs that I have. These guys here, 5730. These are better, way more better, I believe, than this extremely tiny ones. It's not worth it. I'm telling you. Although it's working, but it was so much pain for the common ground too. And now I have all those wires to link to some sort of tabs. I have no idea what kind of tabs they should be. Oh shit! But I did it so far, so that's good. That's good. It proves that I'm very crazy. all right. I want to show you the progress so far and how I'm working actually. This is the soldering iron that I'm melting everything with it. The plastic, the solder that I'm having there, but it's not showing very well. Is a little blob of solder. But this is the tool, the fantastic tool that I'm using. It's having two heads there, one thicker rod and one thinner one for SMD for very thin things to solder. Is a piece of additional wire that I put there. And this is the progress so far. What you are seeing here. Let me actually show you. I have a bunch of these cut out boards, and I put some aside. And from this one, I cut from here a little bit. I cut this thing. With the pads, and also this little one in continuation because I couldn't find with from here. I cut it from here, and then from there the two, and here 5 of them, 5, and the 2 they are 7, and I have 7 pads right now from a scrapped board, electronic board. Let me put it back. And pretty much this is how the plastic is. I stick it to this piece of paper here a little bit. It's very sticky to the paper, which is very good because it's allowing me to have a big base that is moving very slowly. It's not moving that easy, you know. And it's like it's stuck on the table pretty much. Like when I'm working, and I don't have to care about the piece moving around. Only the entire thing, which I'm holding it with at least with one finger, and everything is staying put as while I'm working. And this is only a part of it, only this 5 here. I know you can count only 4 of them, but I'm assuring you this is the 5th here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pads visible, but there is another one here very close to the margin, and it's a little bit too much covered with the plastic. But I will clean that up, and it will have in total 7 pads. I believe this design is very cool. I believe it's very cool. And what I will do, I will drag the positive wire for each pad from the side, and then fill up. I didn't why I did it this way actually, and I will have to add this piece here as well, encase it in plastic like I did for this one, and pretty much that's it. Why I'm doing it this way, let me put back that piece there, because I want to preserve, I don't want to fill up those points. If I'm filling them up with plastic, that's it. I cannot get back to those very fine points and very sensitive points that I'm having there with solder. So this I can take it out kind of easy, this entire board here, if something goes wrong. But if I'm covering everything with plastic, it's game over. It's really game over. I cannot get back into it and resolder everything. It's, you know, and this way is more repairable, like I'm doing it right now. I'm literally putting the board on top of everything, and only the margins, I'm lifting them up like a wall, like a little wall, and then covering a little bit on the top, like this, you know, a little bit like this, and like the wall. And pretty much I wanted to show the progress and the modality of working, like I'm usually doing. These are the pieces that I'm having, that I'm consuming from them. It's like I said already, polypropylene PP plastic, and that's the tool that I'm using. Pretty much that's it. This is 3D printing manually, you know, not with a machine. So that's it for this part. I want to add that this project was insanely hard. I don't recommend it to anyone. It took me 1 full day to make it, fully make it, and it shouldn't take so much time. It should be a bit more easy to make it, and I was considering other options. But until then, I will finish this because I'm crazy, and when I'm putting something in my mind to do, I will do it. But it's insanely hard. It was very extreme, way harder than I anticipated, and I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, and now I do. I definitely do. I will not do another one because it's crazy hard, but it's possible. It is possible, is what I'm saying, you know. Yeah, I'm really pleased how it's coming out. I really like it, and if you like it, also leave a like there if you really like it, as I am, because it's a lot of work, a lot of patience, and you know, yeah, it's too much. It was too much, but it's nice. Here I had to take out this board, of course, exactly like I had anticipated, because exactly this motherfucker pin from the center, the one that is going to the ground somewhere there, he decided to not make contact, and the middle one there is not making contact, and I had to take it out, and now I have to solve the problem. That's why it's good to think before you are making something, you know. And I managed to repair the problem. What I did, I put a large blob of solder, a little ball of solder there, and I actually discovered the wire that was lifted off. It was actually, the wire was originally, I put it in line with this pin here, and now I bent it and put it there, and put a large blob of solder. The problem here is that the solder and the plastic are kind of mixing together, and it's a bit hard to deal with both of them. But yeah, I think it's good now. I made the test again, and everything is working perfectly back as it was before, and it's good enough. And I will put back this board again, and make that border on top of it to hold it, and the other board, and I hope I will finish it, because and it's I believe it's finished. That crack in the board there, it was already cracked like that, and I said yeah, I can use it as it is because it's good enough for what I have here. And this is how big it is. It's looking like a popsicle. You can suck on it. The next step is to put these wires on each tab, on each pad, and pretty much this is it. It's done. And voila, the popsicle 7-segment display is I already tested it, is already working. Everything is lighting up as it should be, is quite excellent. But in the end, in the very end, I said, well, if I will get stupid and I will plug it in, or some weird connections will happen, it is better to put a 1 kilo instead of this leg here. And this is the end of the project. It should be like this only, but yeah, I have to change it with 1 kilo now. Bastard. I couldn't think in the beginning. I hope I will not fuck it up now that it's very well soldered there, and every wire is soldered to this pad as well. Yeah. Well, we'll see. And success, the better judgment prevails, because I didn't cut the wire. I bent it, the wire that was already there. It was pretty long, and I bent it like this, and I soldered this 1 kilo resistor, and I put this very gummy, very elastic silicone rubbery tube on top of the resistor, and then push it back there, and it's protecting that connection, metallic connection, from stupidity, and and to be sure this will not get burned easily. That's the idea, and or by mistake or by stupidity again. I put a ton of work in it, in this popsicle 7-segment display, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I hope someone will take this prototype that I built here and make an actual component that we can buy from eBay or AliExpress or whatever. It's very cool, and it's working also. Let me put the sticks here for the camera, like that one, like that another. And yes, also the 5 volts are on all the time. The camera is on. Checking for clarity. It should be clear, good enough. Let me close here and here for a bit of contrast. I can take out this resistor from here. I can grab this, and let's see. We will see some light on the. Let me take a needle here to actually to touch only one pad at a time. That's the idea. Ta-da! So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now I hope I can do it like this, but I will have to look underneath it. Let's see. Yeah, excellent. So let's see. Is this in focus? Okay, I'm not looking at the camera. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope I catch it good enough. And it's fucking done. Unbelievable, incredible hard work it was to make it. Incredible. It took me absolutely one day, but I worked non-stop on it, non-stop. I didn't even eat. I only got to the bathroom once, and I took a break, 2 breaks. I took 2 breaks of like 1 hour probably per break, something like that. In 1 hour, in the first break I was talking with my friend, and in the second break I watched a movie, and I cleared off, and I continue it, and I'm so relieved that it is done. It is finished. Fucking hell, this was, holy fucking shit. This was too hard, way too hard to make it. But I'm very glad I make it. Now I can connect it directly to the 4033 driver, 7 display driver, and that's it. That's chip, and this and a clock. I will need also a clock. My trusty clocky, 555 clocky here, and that chip, 4033, linked to this thing here. And probably I will make it one component. Probably. Why not? Yeah. I'm thinking on it. I'm thinking to make to add the chip and convert it into a single component, or leave it as it is. But it is interesting. I really like it. I really like it. But it was. I cannot make another. Sincerely, I cannot make another. Maybe if I'm using larger spaces and larger pads for the LEDs, but it will not look nice. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. It will really not look nice at all. This is looking nice because it's pretty much like a commercial 7-segment display, you know, the size of it at least, and unbelievable hard. I'm so glad. I really wish to put it in practice, to actually drive it. I really wish, but this it will be tomorrow, not today, because I'm so tired. And also happy. It's a ton of work. Crazy project. All right, this is the 3rd day because I took a day off. I just had to relax one day to recharge my batteries, because in the day that I worked fully, like I believe I worked like 14 hours straight, like a slave, and to make it. And I took a day off yesterday, and I watched some movies, I played some games, just to clear out. And also I had a migraine. My temple, my head hurt me very much and very hard, and I had to take off one day at least. And today I which is the third day, I get back to the project and I put these pins, as you can see here. I had a little bit of problem. I shit myself a little bit because some pins, some LEDs didn't light. But because I put this leg here, I make it like this, like an L, like a longer leg, which is this leg here that is getting inside this breadboard. So the longer leg, and like a letter L, a little bit bent there, and that bending part is soldered by this pad here. And when I solder that leg, the wire that is connected to that pad, which is from this side as well, not from underneath, so from this side, when I soldered this leg, the wire got off, like spring outside, and some LEDs didn't light up because of this problem. And I had to intervene and find actually the wire, because you cannot see it unless you poke it with your knife. I was poking the wire with my knife to see if it's moving and drag it or push it, to see if it's pushing it from its soldering point. And one or two did this. They springed out from the solder, and I have there quite good solder, like a semi dome, like a dome, like that. It's like this. It's pretty thick and long, and it, even if it's a lot of solder there, the wire still springed up. And I had to bend the wire in position to actually point down, not point up. You have to bend it from outside, from somewhere outside, and when you bend it like this to point towards the soldering, then everything got fine. So right now I want to show you the test here. Doesn't matter where I'm inserting it. Also, the distance of these pins, these pads that I'm having here, are not corresponding with the spaces of these little holes here. So the pins, all the pins are staying like this from the center, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. They are getting a little bit of angle, and then I straighten it like this. Something like that. It's barely visible, but it is how I'm telling you, because I did have to deal with the margin pins. And now, this pin is the negative pin here. That is going to the common negative. I can put it in this configuration with only one side of pins. I can put it right there, right in the margin holes that I'm having there. And like that, excellent. The thickness of the pins matters, specifically for this. If they are too thin, the pins, they will play. But if they are thick enough, they will catch very well. They will make contacts. It's like two clamps inside. And when this is getting, those clamps getting distance like that. And so now to make the test, I'm having 5 volts. As you can see there, 5 volts. And okay. And this is connected to 5 volts here. This is negative line here. Here is the negative line where this is connected, and this is positive. And also here is the negative. In interior is negative, and in exterior is positive. Positive line and negative lines. That's how I'm setting it up. And it is not like the other. It's not like in simulator when all these pins are correctly arranged, because I kind of interlapped like that. They are not in order. So, but I will have to wire them in order. So I hope it's good enough. So you see how bright the actual LED brightness is very, very good. I really like them. But the soldering is pain. So let's number them. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And they are all 7 LEDs lighting up, and this module is actually working, and I'm so happy. Next, I will have to add a 4033 chip that I put it already inside my box here. I have a box with chips, you see, integrated circuits it's called. These are all of them are brand new. 4033, here they are. And I put a piece of paper here, actually from the envelope they came in. I cut a little bit because it's yellow and it's visible, it's catching my eye. This was the testing chip that I tested before, and I'm still using that one as well. So I will have to link the proper wire, the correct wire, and the chip itself to make it correct, to link it correctly. And I will get back when everything is arranged here. It will be something like this, because if I'm putting it here, it will not correspond with the right pins. So I'll have to put it a little bit up and then drag the wires to the corresponding pins, and it should work. We will see after. But the idea is that it will work directly with this pin without unnecessary, without that other NOT gate chip. In between them, in between these two. This will be drive directly from this chip. That's the point of this. That's why I pushed myself to make this component. Right now, it is a component. It's an object, like in programming language. I created an object. All right. Right now, I'm making the connections from the chip to the display, and it's looking gorgeous. I've only put 3 connections, but I want to mention something very, very interesting. My friend from UK, he pointed me that any kind of input, especially on MOSFET chips, the chips that has MOSFET inputs, if it's floating, will add some irregularities, some errors in the behavior of the circuit, pretty much, of the chip itself. So any input of the chip left in air or floating will add errors in the chip. And this lamp test LT, number 14 here, should be grounded. Actually, I should make like this. linked to, actually I should make it with blue as well to be more catchy. So to be linked to negative here, because like I said, not to be left um, floating, because it is an input. What this lamp test, I didn't even I didn't understood what it means, and my friend told me that this lamp test is actually to lit up all the LEDs of the segment. And this is what I did right now. I did put this LT, this lamp test pin number 14 to the positive here. I power it, and is lighting everything. I put a 10 kilo on the clock pin on pin 1, because you see right now it's not doing anything. But before I put this link here, let me actually take it out. Come on, now you see how sensitive it is. If that I'm not even touching it, I'm near it. And my frequency from the body, the 50 hertz that is passing through me, the clock pin is so sensitive, it is catching, it is getting the, you see how unstable the chip is right now. It's very, very unstable. It's sensing my presence pretty much at this short distance, which is bad. It's very bad. And this is connected to positive here, and it's stabilized. It is not sensitive anymore. But to be a bit more sure, I'm applying a permanent positive clock pulse. Right now is only one positive all the time, you know, or negative, whatever. Is kind of locking the chip in one position, and that's it. It's not moving at all, unless I will put the clock pin from this device that I'm having here. Very cute. And so that's what I'm doing here. And this is a very nice functionality of the chip itself, this lamp test, that I finally understood what it does. I put it not like in the chip that I'm having right now here. I put it to positive right now to actually be able to find which pin. Before discovering this little link, this little trick there, I was doing it like this. I was connecting the positive with this wire, and I was searching which is the next LED to be lit up, you know? And or this one, you know? And this is a bit more simpler, directly from the pins of the chip. It's kind of, yeah, it's convenient. It's a bit more convenient like this, actually. So now it's A, B, C, and D. This is the one that I want. And this there. So you will have to, so this is not the one, this is not the one, this is the one. Right, and I'm actually connecting it there. And that's why I'm saying it's a bit more convenient like this, because when I'm finding the corresponding pin, I can connect it and it remains like that. So now the yeah is right in the middle here, like that, and is this one? Yep, bullseye. There is an order. This is the order that I learned when I was playing also in the simulator, and here in reality, this top one is A. This top one is A, and the sense is from left to right. So from next, the second one is this one here, B, C, D, E, F, and G is the middle. The last one is the middle. So this is the order, like that, you know, like an inverse 6, if you want. So that's that F, which is the third one here. F, I really don't know which one it is. Probably this one. Yep. All right. I'm lucky to get it the right one from one shot. Others I didn't. And this one is that one. All right. Do you see how good resemblance, how well is looking, how good resemblance is with a normal 7-segment display, like a commercial one? It's very good resemblance with one, and it's made by me. It was so hard. But it's looking nice. It's looking very nice. So now what I should do is taking out this test lamp, and because it's having this here, I hope it is not fucked up. I should put it here. Yeah, it's going crazy because you see it's actually counting, but it's counting very quickly. It's sensing my finger is sensing it. I took out the 10 kilo here, and you see how extremely sensitive it is. You see, it's cool. In a sense, it is cool. Let's see if it's doing the right thing right now. Let me get all of this from the way. This is negative somewhere there. This is positive here. This is clocking. All right. Actually, let me. And here it is. It's working. It's working so good. It's working so good. That was the entire idea, to actually make it work from this chip alone, without that intermediary chip, the NOT gate in between. And it is, and it's absolutely perfect, absolutely fine. It's a little bit of plastic there, but I can try to scratch it or do nothing because I don't want to fuck it up. But it's looking very, very good. It's looking very good. I really like it, and I hope you like it too. Let me get close to it a little bit to actually see it a little bit more close and personal. And yeah, super cool. That's very interesting. This pin, this lamp test pin to ground it works without it as well as my previous tests I did, but it's a better to be certain. Probably there are some weird periods of time when when it's too hot, when it's too cold, when the air is too dry, when it's wet, the air is too wet. Probably in some very specific circumstances, maybe if you don't put to negative that pin, that input actually, it will fuck up the entire chip. Well, the chip itself, and then you will have no idea where is the problem coming. So better short than sorry, you know. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love how it's working. It's unbelievable. I swear to God, and I swear to you as well, because you as a user, you are my God, the user who is watching my movies here. I really didn't expect it to reach this stage. I was so sure I will fuck it up because these LEDs are, like I repeated multiple times already, they are extremely sensitive to soldering. They get damaged very extremely quickly, and you have to learn how to solder them a bit quick, soldering them, not staying too much on their pins, because they get very extremely easily destroyed, and they are special. I'm very happy and also very pleased on the progress, and it's quite stable in reality as well. I know in the camera it's getting a little bit of hollow along around the LED. In reality, it's not that hollow. It's a bit more sharp in reality, and it's consistent. It's not with only one resistor here. Is the same intensity of the LEDs. That's why this is because the LEDs are very good technology used inside them, but not outside when you have to solder them. But inside they have very good technology. What they use, they are brand new, the newest LEDs commercially. I have them for half a year or something like that, and they are very new, and they do keep at a very constant linear or no constant intensity. That's very good actually. I really like them with only one resistor. Remember the other ones were shit themselves. When it was only one display, it was very intense, and when 8 or 0 was display, was a little bit dimmer. Yeah, with only one resistor. I had to theoretically I have to put on all these pins one resistors per pin. So 7 resistors for each pin. But in this case, it is working fine, absolutely fine with only one resistor there, and it's lowering the component counts of the circuit, which is absolutely gorgeous, you know. Very cool, very cool. Thank you very much. I really hope you like it. I do like it myself, because it is a win. It is a winner project. It was hard. It was extremely hard, and I pushed it too hard a little bit. Only in one day, around 14 or 15 hours probably, I worked almost non-stop on this project to make it happen, and it's looking very much. Let me actually compare it with the commercial one. Here it is. This is it. You see, it's even smaller than the commercial one. It's even smaller than that. A little tiny bit smaller, but it is on the same level actually. It's not too big. It's looking absolutely fine. I love it. I love it. I hope you love it as well as me. Thank you very much. See you on the next project probably. We'll see. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Leave a like as well, and see you later. Bye bye from Romania, from your favorite artist electronist here, Q12.